runs well because one has Buddho. One stays well because one has Buddho. One goes well because one has Buddho. Venerable Ajahn Anan Akinchano. Anapanasati is a fixing of the mind on the in and out breath until it is unified. Usually, our mind is wandering and fantasizing without stopping. So how are we going to stop it? We have to use a meditation object and practice meditation. To prepare for sitting meditation, sit with your right leg on top of your left leg, with your right hand resting on top of your left hand. Sit up straight and put your attention in front of you. If this posture is not suitable for you, sit in a posture that is more comfortable for you. Don't lean too far to the left or to the right or to the front or to the back. Sit feeling balanced and centered. Don't raise the head too far back or have it drooping down. Close the eyes just enough so that you don't feel tense or uptight. Sit comfortably, be balanced and relaxed. Now imagine that you are sitting all alone. Then you fix your attention on the breath. When you breathe in, follow the breath as it enters. First at the tip of the nose, secondly the heart area, and thirdly at the navel. Follow it like this at these three places, all the way 1, 2, 3 as the breath goes in. When the breath goes out, follow it firstly at the navel, then at the heart, then at the tip of the nose. This is the first method in following the breath. When you're aware of the in and out breath and proficient at focusing awareness at these three positions. Next, you can just focus on the in and out breath at the tip of the nose. When it comes in, you know. When it goes out, you know. Watch it at the tip of the nose. Or you can use the meditation word Buddho with the in and out breaths. When you breathe in, think Buddho, and when you breathe out, think Buddho. Or when it goes in, think Bud. When it goes out, think Do. Whichever works, keep repeating the word continuously with the in and out breath. When the mind is calm, the meditation mantra will naturally disappear by itself without your knowledge. You will just know the breath as it enters and leaves. As you get calmer, the breath becomes more and more refined. The breathing may seem to disappear altogether, so just stay with this knowing, fix it right on the spot. Sometimes, as you focus on the breathing, the mind will wander off thinking and fantasizing about the past or the future. So you have to put forth effort to come back to the present moment. The awareness of the breath. If the mind is wandering so much that you can't focus your awareness, then breathe in deeply and fill your lungs to maximum capacity. Before exhaling. Inhale and exhale like this 3 times. And then start breathing normally again. As the breath goes in and passes the nose, count 1. As it passes the heart, count 2. As it passes the navel, count 3. As the breath goes out, count 1 at the navel, 2 at the heart, 3 at the nose. Do this until you are proficient. This is another method of knowing the in and out breath. Alternatively, you can focus your awareness using the second method of counting in pairs. Count 1 as you breathe in, and count 1 as you breathe out. With the next in-breath, count 2, and with the out-breath, 2. Breathe in, count 3. Breathe out, count 3. Again, breathe in, count 4. Breathe out, count 4. As it comes in, count 5. As it goes out, count 5. Count them in pairs. First pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair, and then the fifth pair. After the fifth pair, start again at 1. When the breath goes in, count 1. When it goes out, count 1. Until you get to the fifth pair. Then add 1 more pair. As the breath goes in, count 6. As the breath goes out, count 6. Keep on adding pairs. First pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair, fifth pair, then the sixth pair. Then go back to 1 again. First pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair, fifth pair, then the sixth pair and seventh pair. Keep adding in pairs like this. After the seventh pair, go back to the first pair again. Second pair, third pair, fourth pair, fifth pair, sixth pair, seventh pair. After that, add another pair for 8. After adding the 8th pair, go back to the start. First pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair, fifth pair, then the 6th pair, 7th pair, 8th pair, 9th pair. Then go back to 1 again and count in pairs up until 9, and then add another pair for 10. If you use this method, you will be aware of whether your mindfulness is with the counting and totaling of the numbers or distracted and confused. When you're competent at counting the breaths like this, you will notice that the breathing is perceived with increased clarity. You can count faster. Now with the in-breath, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with the out-breath, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count like this continuously until it flows smoothly. After counting up to 5, then add another one. So breathing in, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathing out, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you may just count up to 5, whatever is more comfortable. If you notice that counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feels just right, and this holds your attention, and your mind is focused and not wandering off, just count on the in-breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and on the out-breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep counting like this until you are proficient. Sometimes you will notice that the mind has let go of the counting all by itself and is just content to know the in and out breaths at the tip of the nose. This is the mind brought to calm through the method of counting in pairs. When you're meditating at home, start by reciting the qualities of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Recollect these qualities by chanting the daily devotions to the Triple Gem, either in full or in brief. You then spread thoughts of loving kindness, first towards yourself by reciting the verse, "May I abide in well-being," and then towards all beings, "May they all be happy, free from all suffering, and not be parted from the good fortune they have attained." This is how you spread loving kindness. And focus on counting the in and out breaths, either using the 3 points or the counting in pairs method as already described earlier on. Using the counting in pairs method, you need to completely keep your mindfulness with the counting. When you have firmly established your awareness completely on counting breaths, the mind won't want to chase after any sort of mental objects, especially the mental objects like ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and agitation and doubt. These 5 hindrances won't come about. Concentration becomes firmer and samadhi arises. Characterized by a momentary peaceful state of the mind, known as Khanika Samadhi. It is only a slightly concentrated state of mind. If you are focused in Samadhi with continuous mindfulness, then sometimes a state known as piti will arise. Piti can give rise to feelings such as thrills of pleasure, making the whole body sway as the mind experiences it. Or it can seem that the body is expanding, or goosebumps, or the hair standing on end. Maybe physical sensations such as coolness throughout the body. Or thrills of rapturous energy like waves breaking upon the shore. When your awareness is continuously focused, it can seem that the hands and feet have vanished. The feelings of the body can disappear. Maybe half or even the whole body may seem to disappear entirely from consciousness. The body feels completely light or tranquil. During this period that the heart is at peace, the mind will temporarily let go of its attachment to the body. The mind and body feel light and tranquil. As you sit in this state of tranquility for longer, it can seem that you are floating and rising up in space. This feeling will give rise to ease and happiness. When you sit in this state of ease, you can say that the power of concentration has deepened into the level of Upachara Samadhi. But if your concentration deepens further, the mind experiences greater happiness, greater bliss. There is inner strength, rapture and piti. Then there is bliss. The heart becomes one, totally still. All thoughts completely cease. At this stage, we can't control the meditation. It follows its natural course, all by itself. Ekata aramana, a mind that is unified and one-pointed. The mind is totally at peace, still, and brought to singleness. This is Samadhi. Each of these levels of peace provides you with inner strength and empowers the heart for developing wisdom. You can contemplate the nature of the body right from its beginnings. What was it like in the womb? What was it like as a child? As it gradually grew up, it was always inconsistent and changing. The sense organs, the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the physical body gradually deteriorate with age, along with the faculties of seeing and hearing, and so on. When deterioration sets in to a greater degree, you know that the body is old. It then becomes sick and eventually dies. When Samadhi is strong, the mind is strong. It is capable of contemplating and clearly seeing this physical body as impermanent. If our Samadhi is firm and strong, when you investigate the body, it will be seen clearly that this body, this physical mass, is impermanent and that this physical mass isn't lasting. This is what the Buddha was teaching, that the body is anicca, impermanent. This is the truth. The body is dukkha, suffering. This will be seen clearly. The body is anatta. It isn't ours or a self. This fact will be known clearly. This is the deepest kind of wisdom, the truth with a clarity that is undoubtable. At this point we have wisdom, from listening, studying, and learning. The wisdom that comes from this listening and hearing is called Suttamaya Panya. Wisdom that arises from listening and learning. Chittamaya Panya is wisdom that arises through thinking, contemplating, and investigating the truth. Then there is Bhavana Maya Panya, the deepest type of wisdom that arises through a calm mind, through meditation. It sees things according to reality. When the mind is calm, it has concentration. There is awareness of the in-breaths and the out-breaths, or the counting of breaths. Or you can add the mantra Butto, But with the in-breath and Do with the out-breath. This will make the mind calm and concentrated. You then move into investigating and contemplating the physical body and the mind. Whether it be investigating feelings or the perceptions that arise from our memory and its labeling of things. It tries to find meaning, but it's clouded and murky. It can't see reality. Or mental formations, the conjuring of thoughts, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes wholesome, unwholesome, or neutral. They have no real abiding essence at all. Consciousness is the awareness that we know, that we hear, see, smell, that we taste. We know the taste, or sensation, or the mental formations with the mind. This is consciousness based on the six senses. They arise, are here for a short time, and then pass away. Mindfulness can also be developed through walking meditation, walking back and forth. You should first stand with composure, the hands clasped lightly in front, with the right hand resting over the left. The head should neither be raised too high nor hung too low. The eyes should be focused forward at an even distance and stray neither left or right, behind or far ahead. Establish mindfulness at the start of the path. As you walk back and forth, coordinate the movement of the feet with the mantra Bhutto. Internally recite Bhut with the right foot and Do with the left foot. Luang Por Chah taught that while walking meditation, you must be aware when you start off at the beginning of the path, aware at the middle, and aware at the end of the path. When you stop and re-establish your mindfulness, and then turn around and walk back reciting Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. When you have reached the end, then turn around and then once again re-establish your mindfulness right from the beginning of the path, with your attention fixed on the movement of your feet, right foot Bhut, left foot Do. When you pass the middle of the path and reach the end of the path, you should know these three places as you walk past them. Walking back and forth, this is called Chongkram, or walking meditation. You can adjust your practice of walking meditation according to the time and place. If there is enough space, allow a path of around 25 steps long. If there is less room than this, you can reduce the length and walk a bit more slowly. But while walking meditation, you should neither walk too fast nor too slow. When listening to others, we can focus on reciting Bhutto in our hearts while mindfully noting that we are listening. You should strive to be mindful in every activity, whether you are being quiet, talking, or listening. Luang Por Chah greatly stressed the practice of constant mindfulness. When the mind is calm and quiet, you can turn to the contemplation of the body or feelings. Watch the mind, watch the Dhamma that arises within your heart. You will see that it all merely arises, exists briefly, then completely passes away. There is no real abiding self, soul, person, being, me, or you to be found. Only the heart. Although the Buddha is the enlightened one, the one who knows, he never identified or attached to the knowledge of the truth. When we hear this or try to work it out, we think, if we have no knowledge of the truth, how are we going to progress to anything? This is because we have self-view and the desire to identify with our experience. Even if there is knowledge and a clear understanding of the truth, we should recognize this knowledge as simply Dhamma arising, existing briefly, and then completely passing away. Then the completely pure heart arises. This is what the Buddha laid down and taught. When we have trained and developed this mind to see its true nature, when trained this way, it becomes peaceful, pure, and radiant. We have to train ourselves to this level. The mind that has been well trained naturally brings happiness. Chittang tantang sukha wahang. The well-trained mind will certainly bring one happiness.
ตมามีความดีใจที่โยมมีความตั้งใจที่จะปฏิบัติธรรมะที่จะนั่งสมาธิภาวนาโดยการเริ่มต้นนั่งสมาธิภาวนาวันละ5 นาทีเมื่อโยมมีความอดทนมีความเพียรแล้วพยายามนั่งสมาธิให้เพิ่มขึ้นเป็นวันละ10 นาที15 นาทีครึ่งชั่วโมงถึง1 ชั่วโมงการปฏิบัติในการนั่งสมาธินั้นจะได้ผลโยมจะได้รับความสงบโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งให้มีสติระหว่างวันนั้นให้มีสติในการยืนเดินนั่งนอนตามกิจการงานใดอยู่ก็ให้มีสติเมื่อเราพัฒนาสติของเราได้ดีขึ้นสมาธิต่อเนื่องโยมจะได้รับความสุขจากสมาธิและจะเป็นการพัฒนาจิตของโยมนั้นให้ได้เห็นธรรมะเมื่อโยมเห็นธรรมะแล้วโยมก็จะมีความสุขปราศจากความทุกข์ทั้งหลาย